We're showing you in the day on Friday, you could count on one finger the number of players who stood as opposed to knelt, the latter being a league-wide symbol of unity regarding racial equality. But so it was today. This guy, Jonathan Isaac of the Magic, went it alone. His right to do so and his stance to explain.
I believe that Black Lives Matter. A lot went into my decision, and part of it is, first off, is my thought that, kneeling or wearing a Black Lives Matter T-shirt don't go hand in hand with supporting Black lives. And so I felt like, just me personally, and what it is that I believe in, standing on the stance that I do believe that Black Lives Matter, but I just felt like it was a decision that I had to make.
That's a personal decision. We're all supporting each other in this, and if guys are not comfortable kneeling and they want to stand, then nobody has a problem with that. I support him. His teammates support him. The organization supports him. So that's part of living in our country.
And by the end of Friday, he wasn't alone, as it turns out, at the Spurs-Kings game. Coach Greg Popovich, someone very demonstrative regarding racial injustice, and his assistant Becky Hammond, both in Black Lives Matter T-shirts, stood for the anthem. The explanation went this way.
Well, I prefer to keep that to myself. Everybody has to make a personal decision, and the league's been great about that. Everybody, has the freedom to react any way they want. And for whatever reasons I have, I reacted the way I wanted to. Well, obviously, our main emphasis here is making sure that we keep the momentum going for Black Lives Matter, for racial justice. That's going to continue throughout the entire playoffs, not just these 8 games, but, when the real deal starts after that, it's going to continue to be an emphasis. Everybody's committed to that. We're hoping that we can keep everybody's mind on that. There are a lot of things that go on in this country, day after day after day, that with the news and everything, as far as all the events and 24-hour this and that, things get lost sometimes, and we don't want this to be one of those things.
Greg Popovich there, free country. Now about making statements on the court itself. The Bucks had made the biggest one before the season was stopped.
Best record in the NBA, but Kenny, a season-long, 4-month, 3-game losing streak entering their game Friday against the Celtics in the bubble. Kemba Walker trying to get himself into form. Remember, he was struggling with injury before the stoppage. And look at this. The ball goes in the hoop off a buck, so the closest Celtic gets the bucket, Jason Tatum, and he would need to do it. His only bucket of the half, 2 of 18 for the game. Giannis, no such problem shooting. So Tatum, 2 of 18. Giannis, 14 of 20, high above the rim and the square. He had 16 in the first half. Don't be go shooting threes now. That was the only one he made in the game, 1 for 3 shooting threes. To the fourth quarter now, good game. Tatum shot blocked by Brook Lopez. DiVincenzo runs the floor, hits a cutting Giannis. Throw it down, big man. Again, Tatum, 2 of 18, 5 points. Marcus Smart gets that to go. Trying to get his squad back into things. Smart off the bench had 23 points. He had a good night. 3 of 6 shooting threes. 7 for 11 overall. Daniel Tice, after you saw Jaylen Brown hit a shot, ties the game at 107. 90 seconds left. Giannis, look at those big steps. Where's the charge? Where's the charge? What's up?
They said the replay center said I was late and it was a block. But quite frankly, I think we all know what that was about. Giannis, a 6th foul, didn't want to get him out. Just we'll call that spade a spade, and that's just what it is.
I respect him as a player. I think he's a great player. I think one thing that I respect about him is that he's the first guy on the floor. He chases his teammate. He plays hard. He guards the best player. I don't think he's a bad person. At the end of the day, that's his opinion. I feel like he was moving in the last play. But either way, if it was a charge, if it was not charged, I'm happy that we got the win, and I'll learn from the play.
Called a charge, overturned to a block. Certainly looked like a charge. Chris Middleton, gig him. Bang. For 3. He was 2 of 9 shooting 3. Not his best effort, but 18 points, 8 assists. Plays a good all-around game these days. Celtics down by 6. They need a bucket. Jaylen Brown gives them the bucket. Knocks that in. He had 22 points, just 6 of 15 shooting, however. Giannis unstoppable down low. Celtics have no one who can check him. And so they do indeed snap that season-high 3-game, 4-month losing streak as Giannis does it again. His 14th game of the season with 30 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. That's 5 more than he had all of last season. 8 more than any player not named Giannis over the last 30 seasons. Malone, Westbrook, and Giannis, all MVP winners in those seasons. Giannis will win it again this year.
Okay. Dodgers, Diamondbacks. Up my count, Dodgers had a +20 run differential.
That's correct.
Best in baseball. Mookie Betts, not hitting so much right away, but, man, watch this defense. First inning already. Ketel Marte. Broken bat, but it goes way out there into the corner. He's got 2. Why not 3? Do not run on Mookie Betts. That's a hose. Good ball. That's Ichiro style.
It is.
Clemente.
305 feet. It's
What you like
fantastic.
out there? Bo Jackson threw like that.
It's 102 yards, Kenny, on the pylon.
Pretty solid throw.
Try that, Mahomes.
How about this? 2019 when he was with the Red Sox. Almost identical angle. Yeah, we know that he can play.
I counted.
He can hit. He can do all sorts of things.
You're welcome.
Making all sorts of money, too. Top of 4. Time to go deep. I'm amused by the simplicity of this game. Took Zach Gallen deep. First homer as a Dodger.
I haven't seen him.
Dodgers into the lead. Play on. Let's go to the 8th inning. D-backs trailing 3-1. Christian Walker with the bases loaded launches that with 2 out. Everybody's coming, and the Diamondbacks lead it by a count of 4-3. Big comeback from the Diamondbacks in this one.
This is a fun game. Kamagan moved this up in the rundown. Mets coming off 2 late blown leads in each of the last 2 games, both against the Red Sox, taking on the Braves. Robinson Cano, don't you know? First of the year. Cano's 37. He's 421 hits from 3,000. I think he's going to get there. Got the DH in the National League, especially if that sticks around. Robinson Cano, likely a 3,000 hit career guy. Dylan Betances in for the Mets against Dansby Swanson. Swanson sends that to right, and here come the Braves. Exciting game. 10-7 now is the score. Seth Lugo into pitch. Former Met Travis d'Arnaud slaps it to right. The Mets have now allowed 16 runs in the 8th inning or later this season. That is the most in baseball. Look at that. Braves go up 11-10. Top of the 9th. Men on first and second. Chris Martin facing Wilson Ramos. Ramos sends it to right, but Ronald Acuna Jr. He was 1 for 5 at the plate, hitting just 152, but Acuna makes the last putout of the game. Braves win! Braves win!
Told you about the battle for the last spot in the Western Conference. Same thing going down in the East. Playoff fight in the NBA. We're all about it on SportsCenter when we return.